what do you think about kids wearing masks at school
You
and
really want to go down this
their
road?
mental? Because I've seen some doctors mention that it's not good for their mental health.
And I'm just gonna go. I haven't read any research. I haven't done any studies on this. I'll give my daughter as an example that I realized that she started to use a mask to hide behind. She started to use it as a means of social anxiety, and she could kind of bury herself and hide behind this thing where people couldn't really see her.
Like the hoodie. I don't know. We're from the same generation, so it's like when we were growing up, the kids that would throw the hoodie on in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
And that's when you knew like something's up.
Yeah.
You know?
Why is that kid hiding? Why does kids need to shine? They need to be out there.
Yeah.
So I just I don't want to get into the debate. But
no, we're not looking to debate.
No, but I want to say that there's some obvious psychological implications for kids wearing a mask.
Right.
My daughter has plexiglass around her desk. She's wearing a mask in school. And I put up a post that I actually stole from somebody that says they should put restaurant tables inside a classroom so that kids can take off their masks when they sit down. And it's like, some of the rules just don't make sense. Right. I'm all for protecting the teachers. If the teacher feels that they're at risk, what do you think about that? That's something I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Let's say if you were 65, you have comorbidities, you're a teacher, and now they're telling you that the COVID is going to kill you. We know it's deadly. I have plenty of people who tell me all the time they work in the hospital and they're seeing the ICUs fill up.
Right.
So how do you feel as a teacher with comorbidities? You're at higher risk, and now you're surrounded with all these kids that are basically potential vectors of a virus that can spread it.
Right.
What do you do?
I think you need to quit your job.
Damn, that's rough.
I mean, yes, it is, but you know, and I'm sure you know this. Being a teacher is like being a health, being in the health sector. Yeah. And not now with COVID, forever. You are exposed to everything the kids bring, and there's only so much you can do. And unless you can come up with a viable plan, like creating pods in your classroom, which isn't always possible because if you're middle or high school, you know your classroom is a revolving door. Unless you can do something like that, you're never going to be completely safe, no matter how many masks your kids wear, because your kids are not going to wear a mask effectively all day.
Yeah. No, the kids were running to the bathroom to hug my daughter.
The papers that like come, back and forth. And let's say you have an electronic classroom. Okay, well, the papers get eliminated. But, they touch the door handle. They'll, I don't know, drool on their desk.
Yeah. I don't know.
It happens. They'll go to the bathroom and forget to wash their hands. They'll chew gum and stick it under the desk.
Wait, my accountant just told me her 2-year-old was being required to wear a mask in daycare.
Poor baby.
What does that do to a 2-year-old? So fine, my daughter's old enough to kind of process and be like, oh, whatever, it's part of the rules.
Like my daughter, she can understand people's expressions when they have a mask on. But for the younger ones, that they rely so much on the way you look at them and your expression and your demeanor.
What does that do?
Your nonverbal communication, what does that do?
Neurologically, right?
Them? Yeah, that's my question. Not should people wear masks, because whatever. We don't. I think we're past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's.
And I don't have answers, but I know we know that there's something that's going to happen. There's definitely, for every action, there's a reaction, right?
Right.
And if you're forcing 2-year-olds to wear a mask in daycare, there's going to be something that happens as a result. Okay, fine. Right. You're protecting the daycare workers. You're protecting somebody in there. But what are the psychological implications for that child? How does that affect them? How does that affect a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old? Right. And I think that we're super early in the experiment to really have truly draw true conclusions from it.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, I don't mean like teachers need to leave their jobs. That's not what I meant. Let me backtrack. Let me clarify. I just mean if you have a lot of health issues, it might not be a safe place for you, and you should try to reconsider.
No.
Don't come for me.
You're gonna see that in quotes, and you're gonna get hate mail. You haven't gotten any hate emails?
Not yet.
Oh, I have.
I'm